Welcome to Becoming MindStrong, the official podcast of MindStrong Fitness. My name is Rachel. I'm the owner and head coach of MindStrong Fitness, and I am here to teach you truth. No more bullshit, no more point systems, no more shakes, no more raps. This is math and science, and we're going to learn how to do it together. Ready? Let's rock and roll. Welcome to episode 3 of Becoming MindStrong. Today we're talking about the loop that controls your life, and here's what I mean by that. You ever see one of those movies where they show this guy and his alarm goes off at the same time every day, and then he's brushing his teeth with the same hand every morning and taking the same route to work every day and working the same day job every day? And the point of it is to show you, it's a big montage showing you that this guy lives in the same loop day after day after day. Well, all of us are living in the same loop day after day after day. But it's much bigger than what you're eating for breakfast or what day job you're working throughout the day. Our loop goes like this. The thoughts you think affect the feelings you feel. The feelings you feel affect the actions you take. The actions you take affect the results that you get, and those results lead right back to the thoughts that you think. It goes thoughts, feelings, actions, results. Now, here's why this is so important. Scientists estimate that we think between 60 to 80,000 thoughts a day. Of those 60 to 80,000 thoughts, it's estimated, hear me now, it is estimated that 98% of them are repetitive. 98% of those 60 to 80,000 thoughts are repetitive. So here's what that means. We're waking up every day thinking it's a brand new day, first day of the rest of my life, new day, new me, right? But then we go through that day thinking the same exact thoughts 98% of the time. That alone is a flabbergasting statistic. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. Because what happens when we think a thought is that a chemical reaction occurs in our body. And those chemical reactions are what we call feelings. So every time we're thinking a repetitive thought, 98% of the time, we are producing the same chemical reactions, the same feelings within our body. Those feelings then lead us to take certain actions. Those actions lead to certain results, and those results lead us right back to the same thoughts. And if we are doing this on an unconscious loop 98% of the time, then we are living the same day over and over and over again, yet somehow expecting different results to come out of it. Okay, so let's break this loop down. Thoughts, feelings, actions, results. Let's break it down so we understand first and foremost how it works, and then we can dig into the most important part, which is how do we take control of it and how do we rewrite it for thoughts, feelings, actions, results that better serve us. So let's start with the first part of this cycle, the thoughts which lead to your feelings. And my favorite scenario for this is a roller coaster. Let's pretend that you're on a roller coaster with your best friend. And in this scenario, you freaking love roller coasters, but your best friend is petrified. Okay, so there you are, you and your best friend, you're on the exact same roller coaster, sitting in the same cart on the exact same ride, exact same day, time, everything. As you reach the pinnacle of that roller coaster, you are at the top, you're at that moment where you can't see anything but sky, there's nowhere to go but down. Your thoughts are somewhere along the lines of, this freaking rocks. I love this. The second that we get to the bottom, I'm going to get right back on. I'm going to do it again. I feel like I'm living. I love everything about this moment. And as a result, your body is filled with all kinds of feel-good chemicals. You've got our endorphins out the wazoo. You are on top of the world, literally and figuratively. Your best friend, however, is petrified. Their thoughts are something along the lines of, oh my God, I'm going to die. Oh my God, I'm going to die. Oh my God, I'm going to die. Who got me on this ride? How did I get convinced that this is a good idea? I hate this jackass sitting next to me. I can't believe my life is about to end on this hunk of metal. As a result, they're feeling feelings of anxiety, panic, extreme fear. How is it possible that you and your best friend are in the exact same moment in time, on the same ride, in the same cart? Everything about that scenario is physically the same, yet you have two such total different reactions to that moment. And the answer is your interpretation of the event. To you, a roller coaster is a joyride. It's a thrilling moment. To your friend, it's certain death. It's your interpretation of that event that's leading to the thoughts you're thinking and the feelings you're feeling. This is why we have to recognize that nothing in life has any meaning except that which we give it. Let me say that again. Nothing in life has any meaning except that which we give it. Is a roller coaster good or bad? Is a roller coaster exciting or terrifying? There's no right or wrong to that. It depends on your interpretation. And your interpretation is going to lead to the thoughts you think and the feelings that you feel. Just like that moment in time on that roller coaster, it was your interpretation of what that moment meant. The thoughts you think about it led to the feelings that you felt about it, which is why you and your best friend had such total opposite extreme reactions to that moment. That thoughts feeling chain is the most important part of this loop because it's where everything starts. Your interpretation of anything that happens in life is going to lead to the thoughts you think, and in return is going to determine the feelings that you feel as a result of those thoughts. Now, those feelings lead to actions. That's a little more straightforward, right? If we're feeling feelings like low energy, like sadness, like heaviness, like depression, what kind of actions are we going to take from those feelings? If we're feeling feelings such as empowerment, we're feeling energized, we're feeling on top of the world, what kind of actions are we going to take from those feelings? The feelings you feel in a day determine the actions that you take. And the last part of this is a bit of a no-brainer. The actions we take determine the results that we get. Crushing a workout in the gym is going to lead to very different results than sitting on your couch and eating a pint of ice cream. So the actions that we take, which come from a result of the feelings that we're feeling, which come from a result of the thoughts that we think, all of these things determine our results. But this is a loop. This is not a straight line because the results that we get bring about new thoughts and the chain starts all over again. Right? The results you get from that workout of looking in the mirror, feeling confident, feeling energized, those lead to one very different set of thoughts than, say, the result you get of sitting on the couch, eating that pint of ice cream, gaining more weight, looking in the mirror, telling yourself those limiting beliefs of who am I to think that this will ever stick, I lack willpower, whatever bullshit limiting stories you're telling yourself, those are being reinforced by the results that you're getting. Thoughts, feelings, actions, results. So, if we truly want to change our lives, if we truly want this to be the first day of the rest of our life, clean slate, here we go. Step one is to take control of how we're interpreting events so that we take control of the thoughts we think, the feelings we feel, the actions we take, and the results that we get. Step one is to decide that we are in control. We are no longer reacting. If we truly want this to be day one, blank slate, first day of the rest of our life, that means that of those 60 to 80,000 thoughts we're going to think each day, no more of this 98% repetitive bullshit that we've been living in. It's time to start with a blank slate. It's time to take control of those thoughts so that we can ultimately gain control of our results. Now, there's a few ways we can go about doing this. The first one is to start at the start of the cycle, right? We can start to notice how we're interpreting events. You've been crushing it in the gym 3 days a week. Day 4 comes along and your kids have an after-school activity and you miss your workout. What does that mean? What does missing that one workout mean? Does that mean that you're lazy and you can never commit to something? Does that mean that, hey, it happens, time to get right back on the next day? Does it mean maybe you need to come up with a new plan? Maybe you need to talk to your spouse or a friend about getting in some kind of carpool system? What does that event mean? Because your interpretation is step one of how to move forward. There's another place we could start. We can actually jump to our feelings. Anytime you are walking around feeling any certain way, good or bad, any feeling you have, we now know is a result of your thoughts. So if you notice throughout the day that you're walking around feeling anxious, that you're walking around feeling tight in your chest, pause, breathe, check in with your thoughts, and I guarantee you that feeling that you're feeling, that tension, that anxiety, is a result of where your head is in that moment in time. So we can learn to use our feelings as a trigger to go back and examine where our thoughts are. We can also choose to look at our actions. What actions are you or are you not taking in a day? We now know that those are completely a result of how we're walking around feeling. So if you notice that your actions in a day are not aligned with accomplishing the goals that you want to accomplish, it's because of how you're walking around feeling or not feeling in that day. We can backtrack and do the work. Well, I'm not getting into the gym 5 days a week. Why is that? There's a reason. As human beings, we always do things for a reason, whether we're conscious of it or not. Why am I not getting to the gym all day? Well, the thought of having to commit to 5 days a week just seems super overwhelming, and I feel anxious and I feel tense. Awesome. So the feeling we're feeling is anxiety and tension, which is leading to our lack of action. What thoughts am I thinking that are leading to that feeling? Well, I think that to see any kind of results, I have to be in the gym for an hour and a half a day. Then we can start to do the work to interpret those thoughts. Is that truth? Is that the only way to see results? Is there a better starting place that doesn't feel as overwhelming, that doesn't cause those feelings of anxiety and tension, that will get us to take the actions that we want? Or we can jump all the way to results. What results am I not getting in my life that I want? And we can work our way backwards. Here's the end result. I want to feel empowered. I want to wake up every morning and put on clothes and not think about if my pants feel tight or not. Awesome. What actions do I need to take to get there? What feelings would I have to feel to take those actions? What thoughts will I have to think to feel those feelings, to take those actions, to get those results? This is a loop, and this is the loop that runs your life. Where you start in the loop is up to you, but you have to take control of it. If you truly want to change your life, you have to take control of this loop and stop living on autopilot, where 98% of those repetitive thoughts every day are controlling the thoughts you think, the feelings you feel, the actions you do or don't take, and the results that you get. If you take a clear look at your life right now in every area, business, relationships, health, and fitness, it is a result of this thoughts, feelings, actions, results loop 100% of the time. So let's dig a little deeper into how to start rewriting this loop, how to take control of it and use it to empower us instead of just keeping us on this autopilot day in and day out. Let's say you walk by a mirror and you catch a glimpse of yourself, and without any kind of conscious thought, your brain just flickers this old repetitive story of, oh my God, how did I let myself get so out of shape? When you have that thought, oh my God, how did I let myself get so out of shape? What do you feel? Deflated, anxious, sad, let down? What kind of actions are you going to take from that state? Are those the kind of feelings that are going to get your ass into the gym and taking control of your health and feeling like a badass? Or are those the kind of feelings that are going to make you just give up and feel deflated and feel like there's nowhere to go from here? And what are those results going to get? We already know because it's the state we're living in. It all started with our interpretation of that one momentary glimpse in the mirror. And that is our old bullshit repetitive story. So this time, we're going to put a little red flag around that thought. You catch a glimpse of yourself in the mirror. You can't control it all the time. These thoughts just flicker in our heads. So the old story that's been wired in place, it's neuroscience. It is a part of your brain wiring right now, flickers in and says, oh my God, I'm so overweight. How did I let myself get like this? But this time, you pause and you breathe and you tell yourself, you know what? A lot has freaking happened in the last few years. I had kids. I have a full-time job. I have a spouse. I am kicking ass and taking names in so many areas of my life. So yeah, I did let my weight get away from me. Yeah, it doesn't feel great, but that doesn't mean that I'm destined to be like this for the rest of my life. It just wasn't a priority for the last few years. But you know what? I'm ready to make a change now. I'm ready to do this thing, and I'm ready to get my health and fitness on par with everything else in my life that I am kicking ass at. Tell me something. How do you feel right now? I would feel pretty freaking empowered. I'd feel ready to go crush it in the gym. And that feeling is going to lead to those exact actions. That's how you get your ass up. That's how you get your ass moving. And when the results come from those actions, now our thoughts start to change. Now our thoughts is, holy crap. I see the differences when I glance in that mirror. I'm starting to feel better. I'm starting to feel tighter. I feel empowered right now. And those feelings lead to even more actions, lead to even more results. And now we're wiring in new habits day in and day out. And those 98% repetitive thoughts, those are new empowered thoughts that are leading to new feelings, new actions, and new results. And all it took was shining the light of awareness on the bullshit stories we're telling ourselves without conscious thought. Let's take another one. You've been walking around all day just feeling super low energy, just kind of bummed out, and you're not sure why. In the past, you would have just kept going, right? You would have just said, oh, it's one of those days, and your actions would have been on par with those low feelings, and the results would have been non-existent. The results would have matched the lack of action, which would have led to more thoughts of just how blah you're feeling. But today, you put a little red flag on those feelings, and you recognize, you know what? Something feels off today. I just feel a little blah, a little low energy. And you pause, and you breathe, and you check in with your thoughts, and you notice, you know what? I've been doing a lot of shoulding on myself today. I've been telling myself I should have had a better breakfast. I should have pre-planned for lunch. I should have woken up earlier and gotten a jog in. I should have already gone food shopping so I could get to the gym after work instead of having to go and miss my workout time. That's a lot of shoulding. And when we should on ourselves, we create tension and we create pressure and we create a lifestyle that is not going to lead to any kind of empowering actions. So once again, now that you've identified it, you pause and you breathe and you make a choice. There's no should in life. There's only choice. What do I choose to do today? You know what? Maybe I could text my spouse, ask him to grab dinner so I can go to the gym and get a 45-minute workout in. You know what? When I get home tonight, even if I'm kind of tired, I'm going to meal prep my lunch for tomorrow because in this moment, I'm realizing how valuable that can be. And that feels really good. And now, in this new empowered state, I can start taking new actions, I can start getting new results, and those are going to lead to new empowered thoughts. What if we start with your actions? Okay, right now, let's say your actions are to go straight from work to your car to the couch. Well, we know the results that's leading to, right? Sitting on your couch at the end of the day is leading to continued low energy because the way our bodies are designed is that the more energy we use, the more it produces. So sitting on your couch is continuing this cycle of low energy and continuing the cycle of weight gain. So we backtrack. Why am I taking this action? Well, I'm feeling tired. Why am I feeling tired? Because there's a lot of shooting on myself. Go, go, go. The pattern is the same. The cycle is the same. What's changed is where we're choosing to shine the light of awareness and where we're choosing to put that little red flag and make a change. So in this case, we decide, okay, I am committed to changing my action. In between work and the car and my couch, I'm going to squeeze in just 20 minutes of anything I want. It could be a 20-minute walk with my spouse. It could be 20 minutes of jump roping. Any 20 minutes I want is getting squeezed in. It's a new action. And that new action is going to lead to new results. And those new results are going to lead to new thoughts, which will lead to new feelings, and on the cycle goes. Finally, we can start with the results, right? This is starting at the end of the cycle and working backwards. What is the ultimate result that you want? Maybe it's a certain amount of energy. Maybe it's a number on a scale. Maybe it's a feeling. Maybe it's an article of clothing you want to fit in. What is the ultimate result that you are looking for? When we determine what that is, we can then work backwards and look at the actions it takes to get there, the feelings we need to feel to get there, and the thoughts we need to think to feel those feelings. We can redefine the circle by first identifying the results. So, right now, the result that you're experiencing is that you're continuing to gain more weight. So we pause and we breathe. What actions are leading to that result? Well, I'm coming home and I'm sitting on my couch every day. What feelings are leading to those actions? Well, I feel tired. What thoughts are leading to that? Again, it is the same cycle over and over and over again, but we're sticking a pin, we're putting a little red flag on each part of the cycle and choosing where we want to break it. Where do we want to take control? Where do we want to make the change? It is a loop. It doesn't matter where you start in the loop because it's going to go around and around and around. You can put a red flag on your thoughts. You can put a red flag on your feelings and check in with those feelings to see where your thoughts are. You can put a red flag on the actions you're taking each day. You can put a red flag on the results that you're getting or not getting. What matters is not where you put the red flag. What matters is that you take control of the cycle, you shine the light of awareness, and you start to make a change. So here's how we move forward. Throughout the day, start paying attention. Stop living this life of 98% repetitive thoughts of living the same day and the same loop over and over and over. If you feel something you don't want to feel, pause, breathe, check in with your thoughts. If you find yourself in the act of something that is not working towards your goals, pause, breathe, determine what feelings are causing those actions. If you're seeing results in your life that aren't aligned with what you want to be doing, it is not why you're on this earth. Pause, breathe, take a look at the actions that are leading to these results. You have a choice. Nothing in life has any meaning except that which we give it. And everything, every single aspect of your life right now in its current state is a result of this loop. So first, we have to take control of the loop. We have to decide, we have to interpret everything that happens, everything. What is the meaning that we are choosing? Because it's 100% a choice. How are we choosing to interpret this? And those interpretations will affect your thoughts, which will lead to chemical reactions in your body, which we call feelings. And those feelings determine how we're going to act. Those actions determine the results we get, which feed back into the loop of the thoughts we think, and on we go. You are not a victim. You are not a victim of circumstance. You are not a victim of your life. You are not a victim of what you were born into. The only thing you are a victim of right now is unconsciously living your life in this 98% repetitive loop, and you have control of that. Put a little red flag on your thoughts, on your feelings, on your actions, on your results. Start paying attention and start making a change. For more information on MindStrong Fitness, visit www.mindstrongfitness.com.